Hey everybody, my name is Ed Trevors. I'm an Anglican priest in the Diocese of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I get to serve in the beautiful town of Shelburne, Nova Scotia, in the awesome parish of Christchurch Shelburne that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I give thanks for you all every single day. I cherish you, I love you, I am amazed by you. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for everything that you share in the comments and in your emails. Thank you for your prayers, and thank you for spending this time with me. So you'll notice in my newer videos that I'm telling folks what my personal pronouns are: he, him, and his. And the reason I'm doing that comes back to a friend of ours named Beau. On Twitter, he shared a tweet somebody had sent him, and I was really taken by it. I was moved by it, and he did a video on it that addressed it as well. And I thought it's the simplest of things to do to help normalize something that, I've never run into. I've never had to explain. I've never had to enter into a conversation about my pronouns, whereas our trans brothers and sisters, they do. And it can be uncomfortable, and it can be strange, and it can be off-putting for some folks. We can normalize that when we meet somebody, when we're introducing ourselves, to simply make it part of our practice to say, my pronouns are. It shares it with the entire room. And the more we all do that, the more it becomes a part of our accepted greeting and salutation. I hope I'm explaining that properly. If not, please accept my apologies and offer in the comments your take on it. We could use the information, we could use the education. You'll also notice that in the introductions I make what's known as a land acknowledgement, that I am standing on the unceded and ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I'm planning a video coming up in the near future to talk about where this comes from, where this concept, where this practice comes from. It's going to take me a little while to do it because there's a lot of things that I don't know enough about before I offer it to you. But it has raised a lot of questions, and lovely, wonderful questions. Tell us about the Mi'kmaq people, right? Tell us about their world, tell us about their society, tell us about their culture. Now, in this, I am not a person of Mi'kmaq descent. I am not an expert on Mi'kmaq history or Mi'kmaq culture or Mi'kmaq society, their language, or their nation as a whole. So, on that, I have decided that I'm going to teach myself how to use the live transmission, the live streaming feature of YouTube. And I'm going to teach myself how to use that, how to do an interview. And my hope is that we'll do these live streaming events once a month, and whatever funds are raised through it, we will offer to the charity of the person who I'm interviewing's choice. And the first event, I'm hoping probably in January, we will do it with a member of the Mi'kmaq community who can answer your questions, because I'm not in a position to answer those questions, and I'd be remiss if I even tried. So look for that in the future. But there's other topics that I want to discuss as well. There's something that I mention from time to time called logosynthesis, and I know a couple of really, really wonderful practitioners and teachers of that I would like to interview. We've talked briefly from time to time about something called liberation theology, and there are some really wonderful people out there that could shine some light onto that for us. So I'm really excited about this opportunity and look forward to trying it. But I don't know anything about how to do it right off the top of my head, so if you could, a little patience and bear with me, and we'll get there. That's all I have for you today. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep subscribing and liking and commenting. We are going to make a difference this month in the lives of a couple of families in our neighborhood, in our community, and I'm very, very grateful that you're such a wonderful part of that. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, and I pray that you will always know the peace of being in God's presence. Amen.